they're sick and they're evil and they're not going to be fixed. You're not going to make them into wonderful people one day. I didn't know you had flies in Iowa. I hate flies.
While discussing the very serious issue of murdered Israeli civilians during a speech in Iowa, Donald Trump got distracted by the bothersome fly, which, to be quite frank with you all, Cenk and I have a lot of experience with here in the TYT studios. It is very frustrating, but usually we just pretend like they don't exist. Donald Trump decided to use it for part of his stand-up routine. Not really, but of course he acknowledged the fly, and then he went on to give his fans a diatribe about just how much he hates flies, while making some strong statements about things that have been banned, allegedly.
I hate flies. Now I'll get in trouble for saying that. Cruelty to animals. No, it's true. You know, I said the other day, I was at a place, and there's a beautiful place, but they had like flies. And I said, get fly paper. They said, sir, they're not allowed to sell it anymore because of cruelty to animals. They actually said that. I don't know. Can you get fly paper? It used to be great, right? But they said, you can't do that anymore, sir. It's cruelty. What the hell is going on with this country?
Now, I have confirmed with our resident animal rights activists that there are, in fact, some individuals who believe that it is animal cruelty to attack flies or kill flies. However, the notion that fly paper has been banned has already been debunked and disproven. We have the evidence for you right now in the form of a graphic that shows all the various options consumers have in regard to fly paper of their choice.
Maybe they ran out. Maybe Trump was right.
Maybe.
Okay, so look, Trump is weirdo funny. So here's what I mean by that. He says things that are so inappropriate that sometimes you can't help but laugh, like I can't believe he said that. So for example, in this case, I mean, he was in the middle. I watched a longer version of the speech. It was in the middle of like talking about babies being burned alive. It was just the most serious, somber thing you've ever heard. And then he's like, I don't like flies. You know, I didn't know Iowa had flies. You didn't know Iowa had flies. That's okay, all right, interesting fact.
I did everything right and they attacked me.
They indicted me anyways. Okay, so and then he goes into this comedy routine, and he often speaks like a comic, like, no, it's true. A lot of comics say that, like, no, it's true. And he says, what the hell's going on in this country? Sometimes that's a crutch that comics use, etc.
He's a showman.
Yeah, so he went on a tangent about fly paper. Of course, that isn't remotely true. Is fly paper still on the open market? Of course, he makes up everything. There's nothing he says is true.
I have no sympathy for flies, okay? And I actually think fly paper should be banned. Not because I have sympathy for flies, but because I prefer those gadgets that like electrocute the flies. I enjoy those noises. I love them. Continue.
Sorry to some of our ex-hosts who don't even want insects hurt, okay? If he just leave us alone, then he could go do a stand-up routine. And by the way, first of all, his audience would show up anyway. They love that
routine.
He'd
get paid for it.
Yeah, oh yeah, Trump, you could make money off of it. Oh my God, yeah.
Honestly, if he was no longer in the political realm and he posed no threat to the country and was just touring the country as a comedian, I might even go see him.
Yeah, I mean, he says the craziest things. But what's frustrating is that, like, okay, you go for a stand-up routine, you're entertained by it. He's a carnival barker, and that's why you came to the carnival in the first place, right? And you wanted the 3-ring circus, and he has all 3 rings. But guys, you're not supposed to actually believe him. Like, it isn't real. It's all an illusion. You can still, I guarantee you now, like, a giant percentage of people in the country don't believe that you can buy fly paper anymore, right? So what am I gonna do? You're not like our country. I don't know what's going on. Earlier he said, "Oh, they're against democracy." No, brother, you're against democracy. You literally did a fake elector scheme to do a coup against the country.
Cenk, why are you ruining this?
Okay, all right.
I just needed like a minute of comedic relief where we're not talking about, this is nonsense. You guys all understand this, right? This is a nonsense story. But we all need a little bit of nonsense because we need a mental break from like the freaking disastrous news that has been, overwhelming us, especially over the last week and a half. So like, stop ruining it, Cenk.
I hear you. You're totally right. except I'm gonna ruin it one last time. Okay, which is that, guys, it's like if he was not a dangerous person, this is all fun, okay? But he's a fascist. So don't forget that guy, weirdo guy doing the weirdo stand-up routine is also a fascist who talks about poisoning the blood of our nation.
But have you considered when a fly once landed on Barack Obama and what that means about Barack Obama? And if you haven't wondered, don't worry, because Alex Jones is here to explain it to us.
There are dozens of videos and photos of Obama having flies land on him indoors at all times of year, and he'll be next to 100 people and no one has flies on him. Hillary reportedly, I mean, I was told people around her that they think she's demon possessed, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, okay?
I mean, if they weren't all super dangerous fascists, they'd be hilarious. So that's it. I guess we have now overwhelming proof that Donald Trump demon possessed. I didn't say it. That's Alex Jones' theory. And Alex Jones fans, you believe every one of his theories. Sorry.
And guess what? Trump, not the only one. We have another suspect. Let's watch.
Bias against minorities is a great insult to the men and women who serve in law enforcement. And I want everyone to know who puts on the uniform of law enforcement every day that President Trump and I stand with you. And it is remarkable that when Senator Tim Scott tried to pass a police reform bill, brought together a group of Republicans and Democrats, Senator Harris, you got up and walked out of the room. And then you filibustered Senator Tim Scott's bill on the Senate floor that would have provided new accountability, new resources. Look, we don't have to choose between supporting law enforcement, improving public safety, and supporting our African American neighbors and all of our minorities. Under President Trump's leadership, we'll always stand with law enforcement, and we'll do what we've done from day one, and that is improve the lives of African Americans.
Thank you, Vice
record
President
unemployment, record investments in education, and we'll fight for school choice for all of our minorities.
Thank you, Vice President.
I'd like to respond.
The real question here is, who is the bigger demon? Because that fly implanted itself onto Mike Pence's, I will admit, full head of hair.
Yeah. Kamala Harris's look at the fly,
I know she wants to
was
laugh
like
so
literally
badly.
the best thing she's ever done. Okay, like because
she had to look away to stop herself from laughing.
Yeah, but when she first gets transfixed by the fly, right there, when she's like, "Wait, is that a fly? Why isn't it flying off? I don't get it. It's still there. It's still there. Is it? I gotta look away. This is embarrassing." And then she comes back and starts smiling. She's like, I can't believe it's still there. Okay, so
good.
Best thing that ever happened. But now, I mean, like that Pence guy is gonna beat the carnival barker. He's like the most boring guy in America.
What was he talking about?
No one knows, no one cares.
I hate flies.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.